I wanted to get that so that I should not find myself given or you so as a member of the party.
Maybe at the end of the episode, you might have convinced me to join.
Of course, yes. Relax. I'm trying to do it right. I don't know how. We all need that.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we can start with the introduction.
Should I look at you or look at the camera?
I think as we're having the conversation,
I must look at you. Yes. Okay, I won't be but it's fine. No, you can start. You'll tell me when to start.
No, we can start now.
Right. Good afternoon. My name is. Let me take this opportunity to greet you from your network, and also the people of the Northwest, particularly Bujana La Nakamudri Mulema, Dr. Ruth, and Dr. Kenneth Kaunda. My name is Tebogo Ramashilabele. I'm the president of this beautiful logo, African Spear Movement, which is the party that is formed by the people of the province to ensure that we protect the legacy of this province, particularly Mukolibu Purima, and to ensure that whatever that belongs to the people of the province, we make it happen. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. President, and thank you also for welcoming us into your beautiful home and making some time to talk to us and share some information with our viewers. I would like to start from the beginning. Normally, when I have my guests, I like getting to know them a bit. So I would want to know what got you into politics. You know, when you were a young man. Is this something you saw yourself doing in the future, or was there something else that you were doing before this?
The journey of my politics started from my high school as a courses. Then that's where I started to have interest more on politics. Then went to the university. Then we get into SASCO, where we start to engage. We join the youth league of the ANC to ensure that we enhance the intention of the organization. From there to the branch level, to the region, to the province. Then there was a time I was the provincial manager of the African National Congress. I've never said, I nearly say African because it's already in my blood. Yes, from there was a time that after the engagement, there was a new development from the MK party. Then I was then appointed as the provincial coordinator, which was the provincial secretary. Then after that, I sat down, I realized certain things are not going in terms of how I thought they are going to be, especially looking where we come from as the people of this province, what we had before and what was sold during the process. We realized that it is time now to take a decision to establish a political party that will be governed and by the people of this province to ensure that whatever we had in the province, it remains with us. Now that's where we met and we established the African Spear Movement, which is the party of the people of the province. Yes.
You mentioned that you studied in high school. Which high school was this?
It was at Lapologang High School.
Okay. And what sparked that interest for politics at that age?
I think what is important was, sometimes as a young emerging politician, you realize how people are putting facts, how they argue things. You start to realize, you know what? I should start to be in the level of arguing in such a way people give respect to you, see? Because whatever you brought to the table, it should actually make people to be revenue to see that, man, this is our man of the day. Other than that, at the level of that school, at the young age, you see, you get what I'm saying? There are people looking around you to say, I will keep it bulu, or you see, so that they can run after you to enjoy those benefits as a young youth at the level of the of the high school. Yes.
And you mentioned that you first started at ANC. What made you leave ANC to join the MK party?
Initially, what makes us to join the ANC, the hope was that it was a party that was led by a person who was fighting for the rights of the people. We all flocked to it with a hope that maybe as the Northwest, they will definitely take care of us. But after 1994, 95, that's where I started to realize now, things are changing a bit in our province. And that some of the things that we had, you look at Bosan City, you look at they're starting to be sold. Shares are taken by people who are not staying in the province. Now we are left outside
So
the
that
issue of
started
the
early
economy.
as 1995.
95, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Then I think I was still at, it was my final year at the university. Then we realized, no man, it's a problem because now you could see it was the time of Popo Molefe.
Okay, I remember.
Now still things are starting to move out of the province. What we had was now starting to be owned by people outside our province.
yes.
And I said to the guys, you know what, let's just follow these people. By the end of the day, we are going to lose everything in this province. And it happened, like I said, in 1995. Then one other thing that we realized, it goes to 2000. Then we went to conferences. We support the ANC, the president. But unfortunately, amongst all the presidents that we vote for as the people of the Northwest, they have never considered us in any position of the minister at the national parliament. We are more like supporting agent to the ANC, of which other provinces, you look at Eastern Cape, KwaZulu-Natal, Gauteng province, Mpumalanga, they're the one actually Limpopo, they're the one having ministers. But since the beginning, since the ANC came to this province, the only minister that we have, it was Thandi Modise, and also the Minister of Water. And by the way, what is his name? I forget his name, but was killed after she came from India. Then you could see that after that, we have never had any minister. The only thing that they are giving to us, it's only the chairperson of a certain portfolio. That's it. It's only recent now they brought Kenny Morolong as the deputy minister in the office of the president, but they like our votes. And one other thing that makes me to realize, there was time I was the speaker of Nakamudra Mulema. One could say during that time, you know, sometimes you follow suit for certain things that you realize, or because whatever that you're supposed to implement, somebody must tell you what to do. Then it's a collective decision of the ANC. Somebody must instruct from the national office, telling the people in the province, and actually tell us what to do in the municipalities. Now, could realize or no, we were not at our own. We depend on somebody to tell us how to run our own province, even though certain things were not going according to how we thought they're supposed to be. Now, it's something that actually prepared us to say, man, it's time now, man. Why can't we stand up and fight for what belongs to us rather than getting an instruction for somebody who doesn't even know where Maretan and Makori is? You look at Tusembudi, the Springbok Pan, they don't know those places, Tatlahanyane. They just know Northwest Province. Their main focus is only Rustenburg because that's where mines are. But you talk about Dr. Russo Khomuti Mpati, you ask somebody, have you ever been to Kokojan? I mean, to be news to them. But we are under them, but they need the vote of the people of Kokojan, but they're not giving anything to the people of Kokojan.
That is very sad.
Yeah.
So, and then you say that's what made you leave the ANC to join MK. Yeah. When did that happen?
I think 2020, we're in 26, 25. In 2024, they come and convince me to join the MK. A certain delegation came and say, you know what, comes, because remember before, I was more on following the ideology of Hunter Zuma. That is why it was easy for me. After I've realized there's a lot of infighting amongst the people of the ANC, and I'm one person in peace. Then I followed, then they appointed me. I was the campaign manager. After that, I became the provincial coordinator. But during the process, I realized, man, even if we go to the meetings, you look at the National High Command, there is nobody from the province of the Northwest who is part of the NEC of the MK. It's only the KZN people in Mpumalanga and Gauteng. And when we talk of issues that concerns the province, it was more like, we are not saying anything to them. Now I realize, we are just wasting time. It's another wasting of another time.
Another way just to get your guys' votes.
That is the thing. Yes. Then we were running together with other guys that get up and down, pushing left, right, and center. But unfortunately, we just got one seat. And after that, I said, you know what, guys, I think this is the time. We tried all avenues to ensure that we protect this province. But unfortunately, you can see that all these political parties, all about them and their provinces. Our province, they are not taking into cognizance.
Yeah. That's when you decided to start
the African Spear movement.
Before we even get to that, I don't know if we can even talk about this, but I heard that there was a dam that was being sold in Luhuruti or Dinukana. And that's one of the main reasons you also decided to leave the party, because you realized, like you're saying, they were doing things that were not benefiting the people of the province.
Yeah, I can just take a recent development to, to indicate to you that certain people, they do things not only because they want to, but they're instructed to do so. Remember during, maybe not leaving that out, during the opening of the SOPA, that's where the Premier of the Northwest said they are going to commercialize 14 nature reserves. I said and say, I think I know Lazarus Mukhosi, but what he's saying here is it's an instruction from somebody else. I don't think the Lazarus could go to an extent of commercializing or selling nature reserves, because it means it includes Bo Babrospani, Bo Manyane, Bo.
So they're trying to sell them
all. Bo Tlamoren Dam. Those are nature reserves. Now you can see that if somebody is saying that, it means he was saying that because I think he was mandated. I don't think on his capacity he could do that. This is what we are saying. Allowing political parties coming outside the province, they're actually selling what we have. The former premiers, there was a time, you look at convention centers, you look at the airport, you look at the broadcasting, the Hatolo, they are all sold, but they were mandated by somebody who's not actually coming from the Northwest province. Yeah. Now, here, there's no way we can sell our own thing to the people who are coming outside. Even in terms of directors, HODs, it's mandatory. They're actually appointing even directors, some of the directors, HOD, chief directors. We are coming outside the province because somebody at a certain level instructed somebody that take this person and appointee, because remember, they are political appointee. Now, the people of the province are not benefiting from their province. Rather, people who are coming outside the province are the one benefiting. But you can't go to Limpopo, they will never take you as a chief director. Go to KZ, they will never, even a deputy director, they will never.
Why does it happen with us, though? Why do you think it's so easy for it to happen with us?
But I think Botswana, they're so good, man. Being a person or in Northwest province, we have a good heart. Yeah. Now they are taking advantage of our goodness, and they are, doing things that they know that even if things are not okay, we always say, and now, we want to do things our way now. That's where we are now. Yes.
So now you do this. We at you starting your own party, African Spear Movement. Which year is this?
We started Africans in 2024. I think we started to work on it around June 2024. Okay. After we realized, no, things are not shining now. Yeah. We need to come up. We met with gentlemen from Bujanala, Dr. Ruth, and other ladies from Dr. Ken and say, guys, why can't we come up with our party? We started issue of registration. Then, fortunately enough, the IEC registered us as a political party, though it was very difficult because we have to run around. People have to sign forms to make a certain number, pay a certain amount to ensure that you are registered. But the fortunate part, we end up registered with the IEC. Then it gives us that leeway to contest in any elections whatsoever. Yes.
So now, as you're speaking about registering, did you guys get like donations to start to register the party?
How much we love this province. We took it from our pocket.
Okay.
Because remember, you go to a business person, those people are aligned or are captured by the ANC and other government. Now, there's no way they can assist you. Now, we looked and say, guys, let's take it from our pocket because you are doing this for the people of the province. Now, what we need from this only to support us to change matters in the province. But issue of finances, it depends on us.
So now, how do you plan on doing being different from all these two parties that you just mentioned? How are you going to do more for the people? Because I wonder, them selling all these entities, or like these like your BRS, your airport closing, I think there's a reason behind that. How do you think you can change that and not have to sell those entities?
Remember, as a party, we have what we believe on. We talk about the recovery, reclaiming, and ownership. Okay. It means the first step as the political party, we are going to ensure that we recover, even though we can't recover all of them. We'll recover what belongs to the people of this province. If you do have to take the legal way, we'll do it. Because remember, it's not about us. It's about the generation coming behind us. Because now we can't sit and say, Husiami. The other thing is that there's no way we can sell Dilota province. We can't. We rather make sure that we retain them and improve them. You know, I was saying to this guy, I think last week we had a meeting and say, if you look at Babelehi, Rustenburg, Mokwase, industries are closed. You look at manpower, you know, it's something that you have to look at and bring it back. I was telling
What do you think is the reason behind them closing though? Like, or do you think it's just out of greed that these people are selling all these things? Or is there like a bigger problem behind them shutting down?
I think what is important is more like if you have, after your father passed away, you have an uncle, I mean, you must go and sell those cars and take the money. It's all about greed. It's greed. And now it has caused the people of the province. You know, if you look at this province, this is one of the richest provinces ever. You look at this Rustenburg line, you look at Mafikeng, there are mines of cement, but our life is deteriorating every day. And the people of the Northwest are saying, hallelujah, hallelujah, because they are supporting political parties who are coming outside of this province for what I cannot tell after what we have observed since 1994.
And it's been a long time. Since 1994, they haven't shown any love to the Northwest.
That is the thing. You know, if somebody, you know, I was saying, even if you look at other political parties that have just emerged, all of them, they arrive here, they are in the legislature, they are in municipalities, but there's no one who's saying, let's save the Northwest from them. They just need votes. Just taking out of the province. Yeah. You know, we can run after them, but at the end of the day, they will buy us food parcel, one loaf, one family, 30 eggs for a family, but that's only that we can have. But in terms of economy, we don't have control over the economy of our province. That is why we are unemployed. You know, the sad part, how it is, you look at the number of the youth, drugs, graduates in that. Graduates from the University of which is the Northwest now. They are graduates, they are not working. But at the end of the day, you run after the party that doesn't even care about your own child. Because there are certain people who benefit and they'll always convince us that, no, we'll bring better life for you. What better life did they bring to the people of Northwest since 1994? It's almost 32 years, but people are still running after them. Why can't we sit down and say, as the people of the North, now we take a decision because we have a political party in our province. Let's stand with it and just take these people out. As and when they want to come in, they have to knock the door through the party of the people that knows the Northwest.
Yes.
But they're not doing that.
But now also, is that, who do we blame for that? Are we blaming the party? Because yes, they do take some blame, but also we have to blame the voters. Like, why do they keep voting for the same party that doesn't care about them for 32 years?
I think in this case, we are not going to blame anyone, especially the people of the Northwest.
Okay.
They didn't have an alternative. It was only ANC, EFF, DA, Inkatha, now recent Action SA and so forth. Now, they didn't have an alternative. Now, I'll start to blame the people of the Northwest after this local government elections. For now, I'm not blaming them. There's an alternative now. You know, I think there's no one can blame them. If then somebody could have stand up and say, we are putting a political party, would say they failed us. But now there was no one want to stand and say, now we are here, now we are saying, Roma More. Now, if we are not taking over all the municipalities, say, but one Northwest, but then they didn't have an alternative. I don't want to blame them. It's now we are saying, now is the time. And let me tell you something, but one Northwest, they are going to vote for this party because they know that's what they're going to do.
One of the things that you mentioned that I really like is that your party knows, not just Mafikeng, but the province. What are some of the things that you've seen that the province needs the most of right now? And that your party can, if you guys get into power, you guys are going to change that?
I think looking at, remember, the most important thing that one has to look at, the first thing is how are we going to reposition the Northwest economically? Because we have lost it. If we can manage to reposition it in such a way that people start to know that this is one of the provinces that is very rich in terms of mineral resources, then followed by the rebranding of the same same province. Now, if we can reposition it as the party, we rebrand it. Ne? I'm telling you, we'll be in a better position. Because as and when we do the whole thing, as a party, we are also to look at the element, how do we bring element of reconciliation amongst the people of this province?
Okay, reconciliation, what do you mean?
We start to bring them together to know that we are one family. Okay. We don't have to fight amongst each other. Yes. We look how best can we bring the Northwest or to rebrand it betterly. Okay. Now, as and when we reconcile them, there's an element that we have to bring element of healing. Healing, it has to have element of project, factory building, so that you should see that now we are back. The business people healing, but few the tender at the province in Yabone, Ahonamuto Chanko, Bujana Lata Hotel, tender mafiki, Hona Mafiki, Motamaya, Kotwai, Batwaim Baja, Kotwaim, Badito, Watlino. That's the part. After we can do it now, we bring the element of the renewal. Now, the renewal to be a process why we say now, everybody's good. Ramokhete, the party, Muawa, Khala, Lelo, Rapere, Mo province, now we are flourishing. That is why, other than that, we are going to look at the different aspects. We have some pillars that we are working on as the party.
Okay, what are some of these pillars?
Yeah, remember, as the party, we are looking, that's what we call the restoration of the spiritual sovereignty. Okay. You know, we have lost it as the people of the province. And the element of moral regeneration is a problem. The element of respect to Mahosi Lidikereke, we have lost it. The element of Ubuntu, Boto, we have lost it as the people of the province. But before we are not like that. The issues of gender-based violence, we have lost it. I mean, it's here now because we have lost it. But because now where we are flooded to bring this thing of the restoration of the spiritual sovereignty in such a way that we are going to balance and make sure that things, spirituality, they become okay. Now, we can even look at the issue, the morning devotion. Oh, also drugs. We have lost it.
I remember back in my day, there used to be a Bible study class on Fridays.
At the time I was a teacher, we know every morning, only morning devotion. We sing, how you are more devotion, who are class, everybody's happy. There's a new thing, or some Muslim, this.
But how do you deal with that though? Because some people are Muslim, some people, not everyone is Christian that goes to school. How would you have that happen?
Let's say, for example, let's look at Tatlakanyani.
Yes.
Go to Morocco. Do you have Muslims in Morocco? Huh? We don't have.
Yes, yes.
Go to Mututlo. Go to Marapian. Do you have Muslim there? The Muslims are in town, are in Devon, are in Gauteng.
Yes, yes.
They're in town. Why can't we continue the issues of moral regeneration at the level of because this is a rural province. Why do we have to take things, benchmarking things we are not supposed concerning us? True. Why can't we come up with that will work for the province? True. You go to town, why? Because they have lost it. That is why the element of the spiritual sovereignty. The second part came to the restoration of the geographic sovereignty. Geographic sovereignty. Okay. Now you look at how things are in the province. Man, everything, Mukanselara will tell me a hella, I took hand to Hali, wait out, Hosita, when out of a project, Hosisa will also move in my house. So that's the case. So that's the move. I'm a concern at the setup. Look at Slari. Slari is a file. Those people are very poor. Because the social labor plan has recent and who's benefiting? The people who are coming outside the province. But if the provincial government of the North, they could have done things the way they want them to do without getting a mandate outside the province. Go to it to say, the malls alisha gona le sephako kwa every lorry di a tswa ka cement sheba hatking Springbok pan ke metse gona le tie road part motho ga yone gona le a cement motho ga yone. Go to there's harmony when you go to Slagole. They are taking the diamond. Marahona complex. Who's taking it? People who are coming outside the province. It is the time now we defend what belongs to the province of the Northwest through this party.
Yes. That sounds good, but now how does that look like? Because obviously when you start doing that, you are taking food out of these people's mouths now. I don't think they're just going to let you. It's not going to be that easy.
You know, let me tell you something. It's more like, let me give an example. If you are wicked, somebody it means we have to work hard to improve your style so that your wife should see you the way These people, they took what we have, but they requisite. We take the legal route, some will claim them, others will start them as this party. Remember this man, this government money. There's a local government into local economic development thing. Why can't you take the money and build a factory? For example, maybe let's say no, we are going to start things. Some will claim them back, others will start because the whole idea is to ensure that economically we become the best. The last one here in economic sovereignty. I mean, you look at the social labor plan, I'm a bit concerned because the miners and Northwest the control about what you want, but you look at Rustenburg, there are so many mines, but all of them, there's an element of accounting to the municipality. But remember, the municipality is led by an outside party. Those people have to follow the mandate of those people. If we come and take Rustenburg, some of the laws are going to change. They are going to change, mark my word, because you are going to develop into our own laws that will work for us. And remember the good part, the Maspala, their own control and the Maspala. Now it means those people will fall within us. Yes. Now, from where I am, I think, or no, we'll be a better people to change things. What you need is just the support. Yes. Then we'll be good.
Now, how do you plan on getting that support? Like, how do you plan on convincing the youth, especially, to vote? Because I think that's where the power is right now. The youth is the numbers right now.
You know, the sad thing about the youth, they have lost the interest in elections. I don't blame them. I mean, certain situation, man, we feel like that's just nonsense. But where I am, I think our approach in terms of youth, you know, youth entrepreneurship is something that we're going to look at. And furthermore, the issue of the township economy is something that we're going to focus on to make sure that our youth, they have something to do with. And furthermore, we are going to look on all these abandoned schools, this government. We are going to work on them to look at the issue of the skills. Because I was making an example. Remember, initially the manpower was used for skills. But presently, however, today, youth here are in terms of having skill, but there is about marketing, human resource. After that, now the idea of the African Spin Move is that get accreditation from other cities and make sure the skill in terms of carpentry, plumbing, mechanic, and so forth. Because presently, workshop those are foreign nationals. Ke bone ba kenekang, ke bone ba irang di-plumbing, bana ba rona ba itse marketing, ba itse le HR and finance.
Technical skills.
That is the thing. You know, the youth empowerment in terms of skill is something that you are looking at. That's why I'm saying township economy and also skills development strategy, something that we have developed is only to implement that. Now, we need this youth to come forth and say, I mean, chance, let's do it. After 2 years or 5, but I didn't say, no, I know it's 5 years. After 5, they must take us out. Because what we have in mind, I mean, I've got 2 daughters. They are graduates. What am I saying about them? Jesus will never come unless I do something. The same parent must do something. Our kids should not be laundering around ba jwa drugs ba simola ba nwa they bitsa majola bone ba rekelwa they go to pubs they sell themselves ba khone ba reke meriri ya bo 19 inch and so forth but some of them they are graduates because they can't work somewhere because the space is occupied by people who are coming outside this province of which we cannot get that in other provinces. The youth must stand up now. We are going to ensure that they benefit from their own province. If you look at the grant, there's what we call the DBSA.
DBSA.
Yeah, Development Bank of Southern Africa. Now, those people, they can, the loan is about why can't we take a loan and put, yes, a hell, we take my, how do you say, Babelich. We revive Babelich. Remember, BMW ne dirwa kwa Babelich. Ine ko pangwa mo province ya rona. He's gone. The tire is go he's gone. People are not working. They are not working. We're not chicken, agri chicks. Where are they? And the other sad part, most of the youth happy, talent. Like in your case, this is what you call talent. La opera, la artist, but there's no one who's carried. The mama is gone.
It's gone. We used to have the best studio in South Africa.
When there's Mahika, there's a mandate to take people outside the province. Our people are artists, they're not even given a chance to go and perform. Have a great Where do you answer just wait? Until when? People not first, this is the time just wake up. Let's take this government reading in your own. Local artists must stand up and say, they must actually campaign for this party.
Are you listening, guys?
Already said that. You must start it, and you also. You must start to work with us because you are not doing this. It is not about power monger. We have worked ourselves. We have good background financially. But this is all about the province, the people of this province. I mean, how many Mahika do we have here? How many people from this province must feel opportunity?
From that, yeah.
But you have a campaign outside.
All the time. And that apparently that was not the initial plan. Mahika was.
Remember, this Mahika initially it was Tawung Cultural Calabash. They killed that because nobody knows it. So the time I was a teacher at Molede High School, my choir in a music. We end up Rago Calabash in Rago contest that thing with other choirs from other regions, the traditional dancers. You know, everything now, all those things are gone. It's only hip hop. Culture is no longer taken care of. That is why the element of spiritual sovereignty is very important in this province. Now, our people should start and say, you know what? Come, let's see how do we revive this. We have Mabana Taung, Mabana Lihuruti, Mabana Tabanchu, Mabana Mabatu. Diragumpien. Fuck all.
I even think is Lihuruti something operate.
I'm not even sure Aberek. Sebastian Konanamodi Mabanati. He fell at the aerobics. We can't all be aerobics, guys, man. We can't. We can't. They were artists. Then they did review. Where are they today? Gone. You look at the show for agriculture. The silo di tswetse gona malobane re khoranta ha re kholane ke itse papa ona le maritso re khetsa mmidi di iswa kae kae o tsenya khetsa mmidi ko prasi ba gona khetsi ya palage ra go ja go gae. Where are those things? Gompieno masimo a tswetse re fetogile di khotsana go tla go buiwa ka goat emulsification re ka se ra dua di pudi tsotlhe man. Kgotsa re fiwa di bonsmar bo no go tswa go ntshiwa bulu ya bonsmar bo ke gona agriki bereka. It doesn't work like that. We have to look at the foundation, the fundamentals. Yes. That's what this party is coming for, to bring back the growth to the people. Taxi. We drive taxis. 15 years of money even those taxis, they are not even supported. But complaining in their province, why can't we make laws simpler to the people? Because that's part of economy. What is our choice? There's issue of security. The security, it's chaos. People are totally choosing to go and but 15 ba ise ba duele go duela mara motho a social tab is calling pop social tab sabona bana ba rena ba feta di khutsana in their own province. Until when? Why can't we run things from our province with the political party of the province that was established by the people of the province for the province of the Northwest? No, yes.
And Untubaka, the youth a lot right now, but also I feel like, I mean, there's a joke online that goes around most of the time ka di-election gore re fitlhe dipasa tsa basadi bagolo because ke bone ba keepang ANC in power. How do you plan on changing that also, like giving them a different perspective about the politics?
You know, sometimes being a bit of especially to our parents, because the notion about pushing corona, if you don't vote ANC, until sasa ya go ya tswana. Now batsadi ba tshaba sasa, not knowing gore madi a ga sa bona ke madi a government. Any part who can get into government, ya go ba fa chelete. Maybe then I can do better. I can beat and give them double if it means to, because this is a province. I'll give them double what they get now because I will be in government.
Yes, yes.
Now that is the thing, and the other thing, the way youth treat you, you know, I'm a bit concerned about youth. There's this thing at EPWP. You know, I think that's man. You can't give Moto Transkolo woman for EPWP woman 800 rand. After 2 months, I was at home matter month. You know, I was saying to people, the African Spear Movement, how we are going to run this program inside the extended program. In municipality, state and Boston, we are going to have what you call municipal extended a job program. When we employ people in a certain field, let's say Badira, a cleaning, that cleaning must be for 5 years. It can't be 1 month, 2 months, only because Rebatabero vote. It must be a 5-year contract equals to the term of the municipality with UIF, medical aid, and other benefits. Element these people like PW have an UIF. This is so you can chase them any way they want. However, we can't even go to labor about any PW. That's how these people are treating us. And not that towards this thing. I want about the overall the yellow because only they want them to vote. After the vote, they don't even care about them. Now, Ronamo, yes, I are not on a it's 5-year contract. And this thing you have a whole to say you hire people from this age to this age. Why do you want Mutwa 52 years, 53 years who vote? You know, our transport system, the issue of potholes and everything in all the municipalities, our bylaws, in municipality for roads and transport maintenance, people from 35 years to 70 years, what was on and you're going to buy yellow fleet. So that the issue of maintenance, it must be a daily thing, not in a form of a tendering. It must, those 100 millions, they must actually be a salary to the people of the Northwest. You know, certain things we are going to change them in terms of bylaws. But all about them must go and work. It's kind of that 60 years, what has a few chance to be 70 years, 75 high? Because it's a voter. Now, the issue also is tendering more and more, especially when it comes to roads, especially more than the vicinity. Our parents must work. Potholes must be done daily, and permanent in the municipality. That's one of the bylaws that we push on. And we are going to do it across the whole province for our own people. EPWP will be there, but not as a municipal extended job program with a long term.
Actually, that sounds like a great idea. Yeah, the 5-year.
That is why we are the people of this province. The interest of our people is very important. Not to treat them as if we can't do it. We can't, Papa. Not now.
You know, you just mentioned like tendering processes and stuff like that. I feel like Mafikeng is very known for like corruption, especially when it comes to that those kind of things. We being mentioned, got the Madlanga Commission a few times. What's your take on that? How do you think you're gonna change the perception that iling around Mafikeng now? Because it's not only the Madlanga Commission. There has been the Bozwane situation, Supra Humapelo, you know, all these people known synonymous for corruption. How is your party going to deal with that?
You know, I'm still going to what I said to you. If an outside party is governing this province, all these people, they've committed all of this because it was mandatory.
From somebody
For somebody
outside
else.
of the...
You look at the issue, let's say there was about 365 million that Suli have to account for.
Yes, yes.
Ne? Somebody was instructed that give the tender to this man because this man is supporting the organization. What happened? He's in trouble today. For what? For mandate. Because you have to take somebody that is outside, to satisfy the needs of somebody who does not stay in the province. All of these people, they were saying the buildings of Botswana is a crisis. They don't miss the labor, what. The time Botswana was alive. Conan Botswana is dead. Department of Agriculture, where is that labor thing that he does not comply? Because it's a mandatory thing.
Somebody outside.
The time he was alive, it was a problem. Now the man is dead. Now there's no longer a problem because somebody said, go in.
How do we take those people out?
Vote. Wanna vote? Let's start with this local government elections.
I mean, okay, so now you are in power now. Because like I said earlier on, I don't think these people are just going to let all that power go. Let's say the people of Mafikeng do vote for you, or the people of the Northwest do vote for this party. How are you guys going to make sure that these people don't, like, their hand is still not in the cookie jar at that level?
Remember, it will not be something overnight. How dilale little mafia. You can't change things overnight. How? You can't. It's going to be a process.
Yes, yes.
But those process we'll deal with them when we get into power. It's going to be a process. We can't just captain and say, I will never.
Yes.
We are going to supposed to go and work smart. We need to be very smart.
Yes.
Yeah, we need to be very smart. But we are going to be very smart. We are going to be very smart.
Yes.
At the end of the day, I think in the next a year, we'll have our province in our hands.
We need to have it back in our hands. Yeah.
Come 2029 now, we start to bring things and say now, the approach of the African Spear move in terms of the 5 corridors now.
What are the 5 corridors? Because earlier on you were talking about the 3 pillars.
Yeah, no, those are the pillars. No, the corridors, it's something. I'm putting that. Let's just peg that. I'm waiting for elections of 2029 to show people how do we want to change this province.
Yes.
And further than that, in terms of municipalities, we have what you call the it's about the pillars. We have 7 concrete that we are going to run. We have
what are the 7 concretes?
We have Letepu, Bualena.
Is that like I feel embarrassed?
No. Letepu is a concrete that is going to administer a certain project.
Okay.
Let's say, for instance, let's say we talk about Letepu. Letepu, it means all the strategies and takes and policies of Letepu. It will be how do we create jobs? How do we create jobs within the province?
Okay.
It means every department, every municipality who are governed by African Spear Movement, Letepu will be more strategically on how do we invest in the province? How do we create jobs? Now that's what we call Letepu.
Okay.
Then we have Bualena, it's all about service delivery. We have Bualena Remojo. It's about 7 of them. Okay. Now we are going to unpack them during our time when we hold the issue, the manifesto. So that we must understand, as a party outside, we have a plan we have planned for this. Yes. It took us 2 years to work on this, to know exactly what are we intending to do. Yes. So
aren't you getting some pushback from maybe some of your former party members? Like you were in the ANC, you were in the MK. Now that you're starting your own party, aren't you getting some backlash from some of those people?
Sometimes it depends who you are, how people knows you.
And when you're the pit bull.
Not exactly. They just call me a pit bull. Let's just leave it there. They just call me a pit bull. I think it depends. It depends how people knows you. Coroner, what you are capable of. So far, I haven't heard anything from anyone undermining this party. Nobody from ANC, EFF, or nobody. There's no one up to date because they know this is African Spear Movement. I've heard nobody. This is a tuck shop because they know this is not a tuck shop. It's a real movement. Yes. It's coming, Papa. Coming.
And also, I mean, most of the time, I think with the young people, one of the reasons why people don't vote is because we always feel like all politicians Batswana. What makes you different? What makes your party and you as the leader of this party different from all these other parties that are running right now? And like, are people we're not gonna hear a scandal about you in like 2-3 years? Or no, Charlie Womang, you know, go ANC, 10 years ago.
No. You know, it's important. What makes politicians different? Only the socialists in politics. Somebody lands here fit our comment for a fella great fame. I don't politic that. You know, there are certain things that does not concern the province. I won't comment that is a KZN, and I'm not mad. Why? Kito popular. That is a KZN for what? I'll deal with matters of my province. I can't be a press conference. This is my view. For what? Will that benefit the province? No.
Yes.
Matters that concerns the province. Then I'll say this is the stand of the African Spear Movement. I mean, if, for example, the Premier of Eastern Cape done this and this, we keep a press conference, you know, as the African Spear Movement, this man for what? What is the province going to benefit out of that?
Yes. How are the people going to?
That is the thing. Yeah. You know, the problem of the politicians, but they're just socialists, man. Hey, they like attention, man, you know, to vouch on things it's about cooking. There are certain things that you can see, in the long run, this thing is going to affect us. That's why I come in. My focus is on one, strategies and tactics. How do we save this province? That's all right in my mind. Like my team will tell you, at 2:30, I'll send messages. We'll start to talk. But guys, this is where we are heading.
Yes.
Because this is, you know, every day we have to come up with a new approach, a new strategy. Because remember, politics, they change every day. Your opponent, they have strategies. If you know the you change now, you take this direction. You must find yourself 17 steps ahead of them. That's why I'm applying one. I was telling somebody where I am, with honesty, I won't buy food parcel to give for the food parcel. I'd rather create job for them. You know, Haruhola, my father said, we took the urutemo to Hochara. Now these people are teaching us how to eat fish, but not how to catch a fish. My strategy is how to catch a fish. That's the strategy of the African Spear Movement. You look at this 350, I don't have a problem with them. But if you can look at them, you take 4.5 million of the people of the Northwest, you multiply by 350. It's how much? It's billions. Or that billions, because what are the Kutan? Retzelanda Messi. Retzelanda Rakopa. What's that 350 offers? I believe. We're 350 and what happened? Look at what is going on the election said cancellers. People are fighting. But because my feel of this cancelship is the most work. Because they don't have options. The factory betrayed. In the province of the factory, betrayed too. Betrayed. Betrayed. $100 canceller. The PWB Northwest. The province telling about the factory. Let me ask you something. Why is not city of Rustenburg? With those mines. What they did? But was Rustenburg by 45 what? Babata Clayton by 9 what? But Madi by 42. By the Moses Kotan by 39. Why they did that? But Moretile by 26. Why can't they take Madibe by Kopan Moretile because the Kopan and make it city associates? Because it's artists. Why can't they take Rustenburg by Kopan associates by the city of Rustenburg? Because they are mines. We don't have a city. We have mines. We don't even have a metro in the province. But people of Rustenburg are just sleeping in because they don't have choice. Now we are coming. We are coming. We are coming, Papa. We are coming. African people is coming. Let the people vote for us. They will see.
And one of the things you mentioned earlier, you know, there's a lot of a high rate of like drug usage, more the youth right now, more in the north, in the province. What's your plan? What's your party's plan to try and combat that?
You know, frustration, unemployment is a problem. Do you think somebody who America every day can take drugs? Can you take drugs to America? You'll never. You'll never. One other disemployment, you know, looking at this, I was asking some Department of Social Development, Department of Health, why was not a rehabilitation center in the province? I mean, Mafike on its own. We need a rehabilitation center. More about to this thing. How about you you cannot rehabilitate the person who moves
back into the environment.
The same thing at you have solved nothing. Nothing. Marawa. Here we are in. Kanya. Far. And what's happened about you?
Yes.
What's happened?
Yes.
What's happened?
No.
What's happened that?
And also, like, recently, there's a lot of crime, high rate crime in the province, not just Mafikeng. I remember there was a drug bust of, I think, 200 million. There's a lot of murders happening, Mafikeng. You remember the activist that recently got gunned down in his home. Even the family, I think Bakototo Bola or something like that, who got recently also murdered. How do you plan on fighting the crime Mafikeng or in the province right now?
You know, the element of the renewal program that we are looking at, I think is going to change the shape of this province. We have worked on the issue of the renewal in such a way that it will definitely reposition this province. Then how we have packed it, how we have strategized it, I think it's going to work and change so many things, because certain things you cannot disclose them. Then there are more strategy that you're going to make sure that they're happening. And rest assured, this province is going to be the best province ever.
It used to be very known. I used to know it as a very quiet, very slow paced.
Yeah.
Now there's gangs.
Batswana, batho ba Northwest, we just need people who can drive us back to where we are. That's where we were before, I'm very sorry. And we are here to drive them back. That is why all our strategies, it has element. That is why one of our chanting say, that is why we are not saying viva. You are saying pula, but that's our
it's really for the people.
That's for the people. We don't say viva. What is viva? We know viva petrol garage, but we never try to receive viva. We say pula. That is our chanting. We say pula, but that's how we chant. We can't say that. Which months are we talking about? We viva is a what? Because we don't have anything. Everything is gone. We don't have mandla here. Or do you have mandla? You are hungry now. I'm hungry now. Where is mandla? Businesses are gone. Mines are gone. We are mandlis. Mandlis and don't. I want that. Keep and that. Yeah.
No, Mr. President, thank you so much. I don't know if there's any up and coming events, the party or something where people can check you guys out on, maybe like social media.
I think we own our social media, especially the Facebook, the TikTok, the PR Babizika whole list the programs are we are having a PWC on the 4th. Is it coming Saturday?
Okay.
Where we'll find us in issue the ward councillors and PR councillors. And you know the nice part about us? Rona holo. How to be councillor? And something about us, the issue of PRs, we are not saying organization must decide on the PR. We are nominating PR from the ground. Because we play an open card for the people of the Northwest. People must be nominated. The ward councillor and the PR councillor must be nominated from the ground. So that we can't sit down and say, after the councillor, the PR will decide. Mandate to implement it. It's an open card. No,
Marlene, and this is not a paid post or paid episode, not sponsored, but I think everything Sus Buang, it just makes so much sense. We need a party that cares about the people, that knows the strong, our strong suits, that knows the province actually. So the way you can thing, I think you might be the right person for the job. So
you ask me where is Kokol. I'll tell you where Kokol is.
I don't know if you know Helexpan.
Monna we. Bo books bi kwa mon go tsena bo Louis Dal. Ke pleke bo kalpane, ke pleke tsa ka tse. Ke motho wa kwa bo Dielpane.
Dielpane atama kana bereka ko mo ifontseng.
Le bo a go botsa motlatla, a botsa motlatla le motlatla ba o itse. Let alone fela ntho pitsi di sule ba ibitsa, they can't even know it. Even you don't know. Mar ask me, I'll tell you even the direction how to go there. Because ke ngwanam. The nice part, I've learned the Northwest very well to know exactly how to simulate social group.
And I think that's a very good thing that, like, because all those people, all those villages Todi mentioned, they neglected. People are just looking at like Mafikeng, Rustenburg, you know, the main ones. And even later on, they're not giving it that type of attention it needs.
You know, it's so sad, man. It's a village after Feta Morocco.
There's money in the government, like 4 billion is missing. So much money.
You know, look at Ratlo, Kunale Plegorgima Samani. Yeah, anyway. It's okay.
No, but I think you bring the change.
It's okay.
You pray that you bring the change. Plus, you're very. I heard that you're a man of God.
Yeah.
Bishop.
Yeah. That's another thing that.
Yes.
You know, leader must start from.
Lead by example.
Example. Yeah. And you don't just jump and lead. Leadership is you know, I've been in this thing since. And yeah, it's okay.
Now we'll have a part 2. We'll have a part 2. Maybe I'll fit up and answer your manifesto.
Yes. And leading me around that, this is why most of our councillors they top you go khotla. Are biletse batho go di holong tone. Go ya go khotla, go se nna hanta. Go bona gore ke mo tsena.
Kana o rile
Totale hatse totla bogosi. That's our chanting slogan. We respect magosi.
Yes.
And then tshwengwe botlhoko ne, you know, ke ne ke bua le magosi ke le ko Khanyisa. Kere, why is there a paramount chief in this province?
Paramount chief, what does that mean?
Okay. Like bo KwaZulu Natal, hona le bo Messi Zulu.
Okay.
Oya kwa Eastern Cape ba teng. Why is there one kwa? Oya bo Limpopo di teng. Why is there the paramount chief? Huh? And those paramount chief, they are too much into politics. Marona magosinyana rona go te politics la re go khaola talk because re bana ba modimo. We have to change all this thing, man. Rena le paramount chief. This must be done the right way. O khona re le question tsiana bo mandate wa gore no go tsenwe o wena because ga o rata, but you are the rightful chief bo go tsenwa because o retsa mandate wena o retsa mandate le hatse la gona di mine o la ba tlhokomtsa di mine go tsenwa wena because you have mandated to sell the land. Situation in Northwest, but at least you are here. But I can blame you, open. They didn't have an alternative, but now they have an alternative.
They don't have an excuse now.
This is the tree.
African Spear Movement. Yeah. Before I let you go, why African Spear Movement?
You know, we look at different names, but we felt or no, we need a name because remember, one of the things to have a diplomatic relations.
Okay.
We have to get a name that will be easy for people. Okay. But how we have structured this is a tree. This tree here about Northwest. Now the ideology that we are pushing here, Solomon Mahlangu. That tell my people that I love them and that my blood will nourish the tree that will bear the fruits of freedom. Now, this is the spear. Now, this is us. Now, the blood of the people of the Northwest must nourish this tree to bear fruits for all of us, so that all of us, we must fit under this tree as the people of this province. Because we have lost a lot. And that's why I'm talking about issue of renewal and healing. Now, this is the tree. And whoever comes outside this tree, this spear. Hit that!
Nah.
Yes! Yeah, you must join my party, Lord.
Also, speaking of African, what are your thoughts on
the Let me be honest with you. I'll comment when the time is right. Thank you. For now, leave me out of that. Thank you very much.
Nakuhukile, though, you did say something about township economy, so I think I know your stance on that. I think if they go back, they'll see what you were saying. Yes. But thank you so much, Mr. President, and good luck. We definitely can. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And then we out.